Hey guys, it's Ken Scott, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with USentryWaiverServices.com. If you guys remember, we resolve all of your USA border crossing issues. Okay, so today is August 25th, 2023. So today's video is going to be quick. And this one is going to be on U.S. entry waiver permanent clearance letters, which basically, guys, is the same thing as a September letter. Now, the permanent waivers themselves, guys, got stopped around April 1998 for Canadians. So that's a totally different topic. If you got one of those, and if it's still valid, which it may or may not be valid, then that's a different story. But the permanent clearance letters, something totally separate, which is also called September letter. And apparently, what we're discovering, no one in this country apparently knows how to get them. Now, guys, when I say get them, I don't mean for something like drunk driving or fighting in the bar. I don't mean that. Those you don't need waivers for anyway. I'm talking about the complex stuff, like some of the violent crime, some of the thefts, some of the frauds, and guys, the word some. You want to write? You guys may or may not be able to see that, but the word some is in capital letters. Some of the thefts, some of the frauds, a lot of the violent crimes, we can get the lifetime clearances for it. I can't guarantee your particular case, but at times we can get them. It depends on the case. It's case by case. Other words, case, and this thing is just not cooperating, but it's case specific, guys. So on our website, we talk about the fact that U.S. entry waiver permanent clearance letters. Did you know that some people can get cleared for life? However, as we say on our site, this depends on your particular situation. We have previously obtained these September letters for clients on complex cases. So guys, it just depends on the circumstances. And these discount waiver companies in Ontario and a lot of these in fact, all these, I would say these lawyers, they don't know how to get this stuff. We know because we are former federal officers and former law enforcement officers who were stationed in Washington State. So for us, when you previously worked for the American government, this stuff's a no-brainer, to be clear. What happens is, regarding these packets, there's certain ways they have to be prepared to show why the person doesn't need a waiver, and or certain supplements have to be added to facilitate that. But again, it's case by case basis, so it just depends. And what we do in those particular, well, these kinds of cases, once we know it's a slam dunk, we do have a higher fee. I'll be blunt. We have a higher fee when we know it's a slam dunk. But the thing is, even with that higher fee, you don't have to worry about a waiver again in life. But we only go that way when we know it's 99% slam dunk. And we know what's a slam dunk and what's kind of not. If we think it's kind of iffy, we won't go with the high rate. And if the person comes back with a waiver, then it's fine. If they come back with a lifetime clearance, then the next person that had the same situation or close to it, that's when they get the higher fee. So we tried it one time for one offense and find out that one didn't really go that way. That only came back at the waiver. So that kind of offense, then that's just a regular waiver fee. So guys, it depends on the situation. It's case by case. Again, it's case by case. So don't call and ask, well, how much for this? When I don't know who you are, I don't know your situation. I don't know your case. I don't know anything. You got to fill me in. And as guys, sometimes it actually takes a bit of research to get material in to see what comes back. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the situation. It's case by case. And let me see what time we're running here. Okay, I got about 3 more minutes here. So when you get the permanent clearance letter, guys, how can I say this? Okay, let's say you got a permanent clearance letter or a September letter for stealing a starship. Because you sold the USS Enterprise, we got you a lifetime clearance. I'm just using that as an example. So this is your permanent letter. that you don't need a waiver for stealing the USS Enterprise. Okay, so now fast forward, you go down to the border and the guard's asking you a series of questions, but he's asking something like, hey, when's the last time you, and you say, oh, I did that last night. Okay, this right here, done. This is now revoked because yes, you don't need the letter for the starship. Now you need a waiver for a stolen starship. Now you need a waiver because you just told the guard you last night. Or another example, you got the September letter for stealing the starship, but you had been previously charged with a bank robbery, but it says in your RCMP database it's dismissed. So because it says dismissed, you do not need a waiver for that offense. Now, fast forward, you get a guard, you're crossing over. He's okay, I see you don't need a waiver, sir, for the stolen starship, but but how much money did you get in the bank robbery? You said, oh, I got 5K. Oh, well, what happened? Oh, I went there, my boys went inside and then, said, give us all the money. And so they came running out with the money. Money's in the bag. We tossed in the back seat. We sped out. The RCMP never caught us. I said, oh, okay. And the guard said, okay. Well, what happened to the money? Oh, I got my cut at home under the bed. Guys, because you decided to elaborate on that bank robbery, you now need a waiver for that bank robbery. Even though you were convicted, you admitted to committing the offense. And you guys don't get the statutes, the way the Immigration Act works. Essentially, in layman's terms, they go by whatever relevant convictions you have and what you voluntarily admit to. And they have a training manual, a CBP, that they give to the officers on how to do this. Well, we have a copy of that manual, of course. So the big fish guys that come through here, those gentlemen, we show them that manual and go over how the system is set up. So they get that privilege, obviously no cost. The smaller fish clients don't get that. That's reserved more for like the bigger type fish, like the whales that come through, so to speak. When I say whales, I mean regarding their notorious past, I will say. And guys, believe it or not, some of these quasi bigger fish guys from the past, they can actually get the lifetime clearance quicker than you can. It's all about what's in the regulations, what's in the statutes. That's how we do it. And these discount waiver companies and these lawyers, they don't know how the fuck to do it, but we do. And it's all in the regulations. So anyway, I gotta get running here. So Ken Scott, Senior, U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with www.usentry-waiver-services.com, and it's 888-908-3841 or 604-562-8140. And guys, remember, not every offense requires a U.S. waiver. So if you decide to listen to Batman's Pardons and Waivers or a discount waiver company, where they say, oh yeah, we do, if you don't have a waiver, you won't get in. Guys, it's bullshit, because not every crime requires a waiver. You guys believe what you want, but after you guys get bent over the table by these Ontario discount waiver companies enough, you guys usually come back. But then what happens, we got to charge you guys more to do the damage that Batman did. So, it's your call, you guys, your call. Anyway, get running, live long and prosper.